in mind. And in the touchlight every corner. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you lie down. My ego don't come. My people make we shout out. My ego don't come. My ego don't come, man of the masses. My ego don't come. My ego die the political. My ego don't come. This one not they off in mind. My ego don't come. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Mayegun don't come. My people make you shout. Mayegun don't come. Man of the masses. My ego don't come.
Hello there.
My ego diary, my ego number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o.
No, it's true now. Ṣé pé ọmọ yóò lè wo GoTV pẹ̀lú epo?
Níbo ni ó ti wò pẹ̀lú petrol tó wà níta? Ó wo GoTV.
Tẹ bá délé tó bá lọ sí pé kìíní kò.
Bóyá òun wà ní holiday tí wọ́n ti lówó tán rẹ̀ epo sínú generator. Ṣùgbọ́n tó kèmí àti ìyá wọn pé kákan mọ pọ́ǹpù omi sókè. Wọ́n wá sọ wípé àwọn ń wo GoTV láì ṣe pé ń pọ́ǹpù omi sókè. Wọn ò fi hàn dáa. Ṣé mo lè fẹ́ po 6,000 wo GoTV ni? Mo ṣọ́ọ̀gù gan torí àtijẹ lásán ni mọ́tò ẹ̀mọ́ bí mo ṣe jẹ́ lórí àmọ́ ẹ̀dẹ́bà in dross of truck.
Bọ́ọ̀mọ ẹni ò ṣe bíbẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni ó wà ń bẹ̀ yìí.
Owó skul nǹkan ṣé wọ́n fowó skul wọn ṣe jẹnẹra epo sínú jẹnẹra.
Lọ́kàn mo mí pé president ọmọ ẹni ò ṣe bíbẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ tá a fi lẹ̀kẹ̀ sí díẹ̀.
Ọ̀túnba agbára tẹ̀yìn ká agbára tẹ̀yìn ká agbára jagbára lọ ẹ mọ̀ pé kò dọ́gba.
Bàbá báwo ni òjò dọ́gba?
Nítorí pé bóyá ẹ̀kọ́ 100 naira àti àkàrà 100 naira mọ̀ jẹ́ 6,000 níwà. Ọ̀túnba kò easy rárá owó yẹn kàn pọ̀ báyẹn lójú èèyàn báyìí nígbà bá dáwọ́lé ẹ̀wọ̀n tó kù Michael agbagba 25-30 tẹ̀lé ọ̀rẹ́pọ̀ bíi 150,000 ẹ wá ní ká ẹyẹ nìkan kúrò ń bẹ ẹ fẹ́ lómi sí i ńbọ̀lẹ̀ tí fẹ́ yọ kúrò mo ní bá ṣe mọ́ ọba yìí nìyẹn àwọn tán bọ̀ lẹ́yìn láàánú wọn ń ṣe mí báwa tiẹ̀ ti níbi tá à ń bò nítorí bọ̀ tá a gbé orí ibùgbé ọmọ yìí ti fẹ́ débì kan dúró ń gbọ́ ọmọ bá parí yunifásitì mà ní ẹ̀yin lẹ́ẹ̀mọ́ sáfù ara yín yòókù tó bá ti jáde anybody wọn mo ti pè é gúnlẹ̀ tó bá ti jáde tó jáde ní OAU wọ́n lọ sáfù tán mo ní.
Bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Sorry that to my viewers who don't understand Yoruba, I will still tell you more about that video. Share this broadcast, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends and tell them Mayegun today. Person wey wan take my tears drink garri can no longer afford garri even if my tears is available.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ayé ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé, mo ti dé o. So good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you. All good to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Máyégún live. If you have taken your time to read the caption of the broadcasts, if you have read the description of the broadcast, that's for, right? And if you have actually shared the broadcast, indeed, another one. So thank you very much if you have done all of that. But most importantly, if you have read the description of this broadcast, starting from the rider. Now, the prayers of Tinubu has been answered. Just for clarity, especially for everyone who has been following this, okay? We all know that the plot is to get the Supreme Court of Nigeria to legitimize Tinubu. And if FBI, CIA, IRS, and whatever want to release any document on him, criminal records or whatever, they will no longer really matter to them. We know that. But there is something I need to quickly add before we go deeper into this conversation tonight. After last night's broadcasts, where I did my little best to paint the picture of what the panel put together at the Supreme Court of Nigeria, the scripts that is written for them. And I painted that picture enough to help those who have been following this for a while, especially the obedient. And we have this popular phrase, I will remind you: manage your expectations. And I have had revelations, like testimonies from viewers like you who have called on to the program to say, Máyégún, thank you so much. You helped me to manage my disappointments in Nigeria because I actually wholeheartedly believed that something right will be done if everybody played their role, and they participated. So the disappointment gave some of them mini depression. They said it on this program. But with you, Máyégún, it was as if to say, everything I said would happen, happened exactly how I said they will happen. Even though they sat there like you right now, you have your right to doubt anything I say. But just remember, I don't say anything that you don't already know. All I do is to make sure that I put all the pieces together, erase your doubts, give you clarity, and allow you to make up your mind. That's what I do most. And the reason why I do that is because, especially for those who have called back in to say, when the tribunal started all their dramas, the only person they kept remembering his words was Máyégún, because he said they will do that. They will use technicalities. Then they will pay people to change the narrative. And you begin to see people who are supposed to actually speak up. They will begin to speak on the side of the rogues. And it happened. So when that happened, a lot of people said they were not surprised. I mean, those who actually expected the judiciary to do something. So when I painted that picture of the Supreme Court yesterday, I don't need to speak big grammar, okay? for anybody to understand that whatever is going to happen inside that Supreme Court is a script. Okay? And you shouldn't then turn around and put that blame on me. I'll tell you what I mean. After last night's broadcast, somebody who watched the replay, I believe, dropped a comment. And in their comment, the word, "I am so disappointed in you, Mayegun," was actually what caught my attention. Like, why are you disappointed in me? You know, like, you are an adult, you are a full human being. I am just providing information that whether you want it or you agree with it or you don't agree with it. If you agree with it, you use it. If you don't agree with it, you drop it. It's a free thing. You are an adult. Okay? How could my analysis make you so disappointed that, according to this viewer, they said I defended Tinubu in that broadcast? That I was making efforts to tell all of you that nothing is going to happen from the judiciary, which is true, but I shouldn't be saying that they are so disappointed that I am telling you that nothing will happen from that Supreme Court. And to add to it, this viewer said, this was my own way of trying to play with your mind so that you will not expect anything. You understand? That Tinubu does not want you to expect anything from the judiciary anyway. So Mayegun is also helping Tinubu, okay, to make sure that you don't expect anything from the judiciary. I have a range of viewers from all over the world. Seriously. There are people who have said it on Mayegun's Diary Politico that Mayegun's Diary Politico is like, is their daily, medication against all this bad news and all, because Mayegun's Diary helps them to understand and undo everything that could have caused them serious depression coming from Nigeria. And along the line, we have had those who were die-hard APC, Egbekegbe, who have also come out here to say, Mayegun, Abi Buhari din, Abi Buhari didirin. But after watching your program and then placing your exposés beside the true reality, I didn't need anybody to tell me that I have been fooled. People have said that on this program. They've called in adults. Do you understand that now? So, which means on this program, we also do our best in this temple to also heal your madness. Because there was this guy who went for a medical checkup. And when the doctor was asking him all series of questions, okay, then they got to a stage where they said, like, do you have anybody with mental health problem in your family? Like somebody will get shoko. And this guy said, my brother. Oh, really? Okay, so that means you have it in your gene. No. So what is the state of madness of this your brother? He said, this my brother is APC, Egbekegbe supporter. He is suffering and he is smiling. Okay? They've made him believe that poverty is a virtue. And nothing that you say to him make any sense, even in that suffering. And we consider him as a madman. So on Mayegun's Diary Politico, this platform, this temple has healed many mad people that parade themselves as APC, Egbekegbe. Because conscience is an open wound. Now only truth fits Elam. I'll say that one in English. Conscience is an open wound. Only truth can heal it. Do you understand? Even if you are living a life of lies, if you think everything is cruise, If you think everything is a game, you versus them, while you are wallowing in that abject poverty, ruin the economy. Do you understand? But there will always be a moment that your conscience will kind of, it's like a damaged clock, okay? When you have a damaged wall clock, a damaged or broken wall clock, will always be right at least twice in a day, AM and PM. So even if you are mad, once in a while, your conscience go dey pick up and go dey pick and say, Omo, life lele isha. Which kind of life be this? Like, wetin I dey do with my life self? Once in a while, some of you do that. But nevertheless, I don't intend to cure all madness. It is to the glory of God, research, and truth that we have managed to cure the madness, this epidemic madness of APC. Egbekegbe. You understand? So that's why I always tell people on Mayegun's Diary Political, I will say things the way I feel and the way I see them. I don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. And I don't pretend to know everything. But you see, whatever I do know, if I see something as a blue, you cannot call it red for me and begin to give me reason why I should see it as red. That is when we will begin to have a fight. But you can disagree with me. I can be wrong. I've never presented myself as somebody who can never be wrong. And also, in addition, right, I am not responsible for how you receive my messages. Okay? I am not responsible for that. I am responsible for everything I say. If I say something that is defamatory, that is a lie, there are laws that what you can do is what? You can take me on and sue me. That is what the law says. And you can do that from any part of the world. Today's world is now flat. Do you understand? I am responsible for what I say on my program. I am not responsible for how you interpret it. Do you get that? And one more thing as well, and I'll keep reminding everybody, I appreciate all support and every accolade. Mayegun, God bless you. Mayegun, this or that. I appreciate them. Seriously. They are the ingredient of motivation that want me to keep doing this and do it better. Do you understand? But I will remind you, please, you owe me nothing. Do you get that? I am not Mayegun General because I want you to love me. No. I am not Mayegun's General. Mayegun's Diary Political because I want you to respect me. No. You don't owe me anything. And therefore, whatever you give to Mayegun, it is unconditional love. I have that. You can feel that in the room anyway. Here you get. And which means every respect I get, I hand. Okay? What do you call it again? Every support and accolade I get, I hand. But you can always take them back the moment you feel like you are wrong about me. You can be wrong about me too. Do you understand? I am not Mayegun to impress you. I am Mayegun because I care and I am worried for the future that these criminals are actually building for us. The destination they are taking us is a ruinous one. I am worried, not just for myself. I am worried for my own children. I am worried for their own children too. And if I want to be honest with myself, the situation where we are headed in Nigeria today, okay, which is already manifesting, right? Whether you support the roguish criminality, whether you don't support that, we are all going to end up as victims of a banana republic where it is called, where dogs eat dogs. So if there is anything truly called posterity that will speak for us, which will judge everyone, I am doing mine for posterity's sake. If my own children and their own children come to this world, they will see an evidence of the effort of their own father, their grandfather, their great-grandfather, called Mayegun General, for posterity. So you owe me nothing. And I owe you one thing, and that is truth. And if I see something as it is my own, now it is my call to bring your attention to them. Even if you are doing something that you don't know is not only hampering yours, but it is also destroying the lives of others. If you don't know something called responsibility, I have shared it many times with thousands of videos on my platform to show how irresponsible the criminals in charge of Nigeria have always been. I have never minced my words. But it is also very good to remind all of us how irresponsible we've either been or we still are, how we have been enablers of all the evils that are befalling us. Whether we are going to break up, whether we are going to remain perpetually in this self-inflicted slavery, but we always have the opportunity to change our own destiny. But the choices we make, if we don't take responsibilities for them, then, as they say, if you don't use your own, they say sense. Let me tell you this. So they say this brain, our brain, is a very, very powerful tool. If you don't use it, somebody else will use it for you. And that is why today, the economic crisis that Nigerians have now become the poverty capital of the world, the staring, glaring poverty due to the criminal policies of these criminals themselves, they are so real. This is your choice that has probably, if you are responsible for that. So, I just thought I should give you that prologue. I didn't plan for it to be that long. But just before we get fully into it as well, please share this broadcast. I'll tell you about this video, then we can get on into again.
No, it's true now. Ṣé pé ọmọ yóò lè wo Get TV pẹ̀lú epo?
Níbo ni ó ti wò pẹ̀lú petrol tó wà níta? Ó wo Go TV.
Tẹ́ bá délé tó bá lọ sí pé kíní kò.
Bóyá òun wà ní holiday tí wọ́n ti lówó tán rẹ̀ epo sínú generator. Ṣùgbọ́n tó kèmí àtìyá wọn pé kákan mọ pọ́ǹpù omi sókè. Wọ́n bá sọ wípé àwọn ń wo Go TV láì ṣe pé ń pọ́ǹpù omi sókè. Wọn ò fi hàn dáa. Ṣé mo lè fẹ́ po 6,000 wo Go TV ni? Mo ṣọ́gù gan torí àtijẹ lásán ni mọ́tò ìmọ̀ ẹ̀mọ́ bí mo ṣe jẹ́ lórí àmọ́ ẹ̀dẹ́bà in drop of truck.
Bọ́ ọmọ ẹni ò ṣe bí bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni ó wà ń bẹ̀ yìí.
Owó skul nǹkan ṣé wọn ò fowó skul wọn ṣe jẹnẹra epo sínú jẹnẹra.
Lọ́kọ̀ mo mí pé president ọmọ ẹni ò ṣe bí bẹ̀rẹ̀ ká fi lẹ̀kẹ̀ sí díẹ̀.
Ọ̀túnba agbára tẹ̀yìn ká agbára jagbára lọ ẹ mọ̀ pé kò dọ́gba.
Bàbá báwo ni òjò dọ́gba?
Nítorí pé bóyá ẹ̀kọ́ 100 naira àti àkàrà 100 naira mo jẹ 6,000 níwà. Ọ̀túnba kò easy rárá. Owó yẹn kàn pọ̀ báyẹn lójú èèyàn báyìí nígbà bá dáwọ́lé ẹ̀wọ̀n tó kù Michael agbagba 25-30 tẹ̀lé ọ̀rẹ́pọ̀ bíi 150,000.
Wàhálà dé o.
Ẹ wá ní ká ẹyẹ nìkan kú òun bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ fẹ́ lómi sí i níbo lẹ ti fẹ́ yọ kú o. Mo ní bá ṣe máa bá yí nìyẹn àwọn tán bọ̀ lẹ́yìn láàánú wọn ń ṣe mí. Ẹ bá wà tẹ̀ tí níbi tá à ń gbó nítorí bọ̀ tá a orí ibùgbé.
Wàhálà dé o.
Ọmọ yìí ti fẹ́ débì kan dúró ń gbọ́ ọmọ bá parí yunifásitì mà ní ẹ̀yin lẹ́ẹ̀mọ sáàfù ara yín yòókù. Tó bá ti jáde anybody wọn mo ti pè é gúnlẹ̀ tó bá ti jáde tó jáde ní OAU. Wọ́n lọ sáàfù tán mo ní tó bá fẹ́ lọ sí tágbára ẹ bá ka ni. Wọ́n rẹ̀ ní sí àkàn ní ìfẹ́ tó parí ní Èkó. Tágbára ọmọ bá ti ka ni.
Bó ṣe bá ṣe máa bá lọ lélẹ́yìí.
Ọlọ́run nìkan ló lè sọ yẹn ṣùgbọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ yóò ṣe rí ẹ má jà fọkàn sí wípé kìnìún àpò ráìsì ní ìsìn ó di 52, 53. Ọmọ kankan ò tẹ̀rù tí jẹ ráìsì ní ìsìn láìsí olówó ráìsì tó yẹ pé ńgbà tá à ń ra ráìsì gan fún yàn 10,000 ní àpò.
Kí wọ́n lè ń fún àwọn ọmọdé ńlẹ́ ìgbà tó.
Ẹ̀bà ni o ó mú gàrí lọ́sàn-án láì ti dalẹ̀ ẹja tẹ̀bà ká fi gbúre jẹ́. Kọ́ńtà ti lífù ni.
Kìjẹ́ kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Lọ́pàá tiẹ̀ sọ pé ó mú gàrí mo fẹ́ fi panu sà ó ti jẹ́ǹjẹ́ ọ̀sán ẹnu. Ó mú gàrí. Ọ̀pọ̀ panu ọ̀tún bá òbí yẹn ó ti jẹun ọ̀sán nù. Ó ti jẹun ọ̀sán nìyẹn.
Tó bá sọ pé inú kóun ló ń kọ́ òun pé.
Inú ò lè kan wọn ò ti mọ́ wọn lára. Àwọn tó ti mọ́ra ọ̀tún bá àwọn tó máa jẹ tọ́kì nìkan ní ò lè sún débẹ̀. Ó tọ̀ wọ́n sọ wípé typhoid ti mú òun. Àwọn eléyìí ó ti mọ́ra.
Ọlọ́run ṣàánú wa o. Ẹ jẹ́ kó ní bàbá wàhálà wa o.
Ọ̀rọ̀ gbọ́ ṣé tí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá súnmọ́ àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ń tiraka ni ẹ gbóríṣiríṣi ìrírí tó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀yin gan náà mọ̀ káànú wọn pé ṣerú eléyìí tó wà. Ẹlòmíì nínú àwọn ọmọ olówó yẹn láwọn ò lè kọ ẹ́sẹ̀ lórí wípé stubbornness nígbà tí ò rí o tí ò tó forí ara darú ẹ̀ rí. Ẹlòmíì ò lè kọ nǹkan lẹ̀ pé ẹnìkan sọ́ba pé stubbornness.
Nínú àwọn ọmọ olówó yẹn.
Ò lè kọ́ lẹ̀ pé.
Ọmọ olòṣì ló mọ̀ pé kankan jẹ́.
Ẹ mọ iye abọ́ gàrí ní ìsìn abọ́ ráìsì. Abọ́ ráìsì. Ráìsì tó jẹ́ pé àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké náà fi ń panu ní ìsìn 53 àpò ráìsì. Àpò ráìsì ẹyọ oró kan ní.
So ẹ lè lọ lé kẹkọọ àpò ráìsì kẹkọọ fi tìdí ẹ dilẹ̀ pé káwọn ọmọ.
Kóńgò gan àti ra oní 250 tán ra gan olókùúta lẹ́mọ̀ wákàkiri tẹ́ lè sàmì. Ẹ jẹ́ important rice níbo lẹ ti fẹ́ ríra. Níbo lẹ ti fẹ́ ríra. Níbo lẹ ti fẹ́ ríra ọ̀tún bá kò síwèé.
Wàhálà wa o.
Olókùúta yẹn lẹ́rọ rajọ mọ́ sà àti bàbá àtọmọ. Ẹ jẹ́ láti Kútọ̀nù níbo lẹ ti fẹ́ rówó rà.
Wàhálà dé.
Ní ìsìn báyìí àti tí ìlò ẹni tó wà níjọba ní ìsìn àti ìlọ́dún méjì àìlọ́dún mẹ́ta ẹ wo bí tá a bára wa ní ìsìn. Ìgbà tó bá ìlọ́dún mẹ́rin gan ẹ mọ̀ orúkọ ibi ń títì.
Again, apologies to viewers who don't understand Yoruba, but let me give you the summary of that conversation. Okay, now that man is a truck driver who went for delivery. After delivering his job or whatever his goods, so the person who actually got him right was now engaging him about the economy of Nigeria, kind of, right? By asking him a few questions about the economy, how they are coping. So the man now said, first, the person who was the cameraman, the owners of the good, right? Asked him that, so your children, I think the conversation was longer. So at that point, he started recording, like, can I record you? And he recorded. He said, so your children cannot watch cable TV, which is like Go TV. Like it's what you call the cable TV right now. And he said, cable TV in this Nigeria, where he will have to pay 6,000 naira to fuel his generator in order for them to pump water that they will use. So they only pump water. So they only buy fuel for generator, 6,000 naira to pump water. So how could any child come around and say they want to watch a cable TV in this economy? So the guy was like, so what about, the fact that the president is a Yoruba man? Like, we cannot support somebody who is not from our own side to be president. Is that not the sing song then? Yoruba Ronu. And it was like, he tried to twist it, by the way. Okay. So his response was like, Otumba, you are the people who can cope. You can cope in this kind of economy. It's not like us. The bag of rice is now 53,000 naira. So we can no longer afford that anyway. So you mean you don't buy rice anymore? Was that rice to eat rice right now? So what are your children eating then? His response was gari, eba. They will drink gari, or they will soak gari in the afternoon, and then in the evening they will eat eba. Everybody will go and sleep, and that's how they are kind of coping. Like, is that the main food, right? It was, it's the main food, though. So in the afternoon, let's say a child says, "Oh, I'm feeling a little bit hungry, so I need to eat some snacks," and they go and get gami to go and soak gari. In Nigeria today, and they are still waiting to eat the lunch. No. If you do mistake, go and soak small gari as your own snack in the afternoon. That is your lunch. That is how they are living right now. And he said he's told his children, he's managed to train them. He's trained a few of them through university. And he's already told them, if you want to further your education, you have to do it yourself. Oh, I can no longer do it. And he also said, like, he's an old man. He's managed to achieve something for himself. Like, he has a truck and he possibly has a house. He said he has a roof over his head. But he looks at this generation of today and the generation that are still coming, and he feels sorry for them. And they're like, so you cannot go out now and just buy a bag of rice. As hardworking as you are, you cannot go out and buy a bag of rice and just take it home and say, my family, this is a bag of rice. It was like, bag of what? Imported rice. You are joking, Abi. That if anybody want to eat rice right now, in this level of Nigeria economy, they would rather go for the local rice full of stones. So the father and the children will have to sit together and pick rice and pick stone from the rice before they can cook that and eat. And he also added that the children of the rich in Nigeria today, that they ask one of them to write essay about sufferness, as in suffering, that they have no idea how to write essay on suffering because they've never really felt it. That more and more people are actually working. You will see them working hard, but they are living wretched and poor life. So he said, look at this one that is there. Even people have a plan of, we'll remove this one and put another one. Let's remove this one. So he's referring to removing Buhari and putting Tinubu in. That what has that changed? That one has not even spent 2 years. So that look at all of our lives. Look at Nigeria today. That by the time this one spent 4 years, that is by the time Tinubu spent 4 years, that you'll be picking dead bodies on the streets who died of hunger, starvation. That's the whole stretch of the conversation there. And that is the main reality on the street, not on Facebook, not on YouTube, not on other places where they actually have people paid to tell you that you need to give them chance or not give them chance. I'll come back to that reality soon. Okay. However, the header for this broadcast is that Tinubu's prayer has been answered. Okay. For those of you who know how the scripts, how I have managed to put the pieces together myself, and many of you have also come up here to add yours, so you know how this is going to play out. The moment the FBI was kind of summoned to begin the release of all of Tinubu's criminal record, that moment, Tinubu decided to mobilize his own lawyers in America to help stall them. Do you know what is called stalling? You know they are going to release the document. Of course, they will release the document. You can't stop them. But stalling means you can put some legal fight. You can put up some legal fight, okay, by asking the court that no, they shouldn't let them do it now. They shouldn't do it this or that. So in that case, you can be getting adjournment, all right? So they have a way with that legal system, same way all over the world, okay? So Tinubu, like he did with Chicago State University, and the issue of forgery, okay, where he brought a lawyer to stall them for months before they finally released them, when he believed, according to Nigeria law and electoral law, they would have become useless based on technicality. So he planned the script that way on the Chicago State University part. So he's replaying that same script on the FBI documents. FBI agreed last month during an FOI appearance in court, and they all agreed that they will release all of the documents of Tinubu in their care, criminal record of Tinubu, everything. We have some of them already, but people believe that there is actually more if all of these agencies release everything they have on Amoda, Ogunlere, Abishongolere, okay, that there is actually more. Now, remember that Tinubu went to the Chicago State University court case and told them that releasing his documents by the Chicago State University was going to cause him irreparable damages, and it is also going to affect Nigeria. Abi? However, the court finally said he had no real concrete proof. As a public official in Nigeria, your record should be public. You shouldn't be fighting to keep anything if you don't have anything to hide. And that was when the Chicago State University had to release all those documents and went under oath to say they did not issue the certificate Tinubu presented to INEC in Nigeria. They've never even seen it before until this issue of certificate forgery popped up. So that is exact same thing that he's now doing. He's stalling the FBI. FBI said they will release all the documents from October in batches. For now, they want to release 2,500 of those criminal records. But they will release 500 first, 500 again, 500 again. And I did an analysis on that. I said, for everybody who knows international politics very well, for the fact that Nigerians are waiting, there is no Nigerian security agent or intelligence agency in Nigeria to actually unravel all of these secrets. If they cared about Nigeria, when they do background check on politicians, before you assume public office, if you have criminal record, you have to disclose them. If you don't, they will figure them out. They will find them out. That's their job. But Nigerian security or intelligence agencies, they are indeed as corrupt as the criminals in charge of Nigeria. So that Nigeria is relying on FBI to release all this criminal records of Tinubu, has given the American government an upper hand. And if Nigeria and the person you want them to release his record is a friendly, cooperative, puppet, a junkie, so they will not want to release anything that is going to do any damages that will kind of breach their relationship. So they have the upper hand. They will decide when they will release them. They will decide what they will release. In fact, if they even want to release some of them, they may even redacted them in a way that you will barely be able to read them. You understand? Because they have the upper chance. And Tinubu is cooperating with them. He's ready to do anything and ready to give them anything, whatever it takes. And America is all about that. It's not about democracy or good governance or whatever, per se. So I said that FBI themselves, working for America as an American government agency, okay, they are now the rest or those from Nigeria are hoping will help them expose Tinubu. So what Tinubu will need to do is just to stall them. Why they did all of the sorting behind the scene, okay? The court and the people who requested for the FOI Act, they don't know what FBI, CIA, IRS, and the rest of them have on Tinubu, except whatever they say they have, they present. Do you understand that? So which means they have the upper hand. So all Tinubu needs is to stall them. And in this case, it's a request from the upper hand and say, ambassador or this one and that, and say, we know you are going to release all these things anyway, like the Chicago State University, but can you at least stall and kind of, So all he has to do is to go to court. And he got the grant. He was granted that because Tinubu requested from the court and said, if FBI, CIA, and all these people release all of my record, they are going to cause irreparable damages to Nigeria's image. Have you read that? Exactly. That is the position of Tinubu. The same thing he told that judge in Chicago, that if Chicago State University releases record, it's going to cause him irreparable damage. And the judge was like, okay, I want to listen to your argument the next day or so date. Okay, you remember that time? So now he has been granted same in America now. Because the Aaron Greenspan that made the request alerted the court and said, the court should ask FBI to start releasing this thing now. It's almost end of the October. Moreover, Tinubu has already constituted the Supreme Court justices in Nigeria that are about to legitimize him and confirm him and all of that stuff. So this record may even help that Supreme Court of Nigeria in making their decisions. If these records are released now, release them, we will see them. So Tinubu's lawyers responded and said the court should ask Aaron Greenspan, why the rush? Why must it be done now? Why? What is his own interest? You understand? Like, Tinubu is not saying they shouldn't release the records.